Martin from Secrets. Welcome to another brand new episode of Markets Tomorrow, the daily technical analysis in Bitcoin. Where we look at the markets and what happened today and then see how we can plan for a better trade tomorrow. And this analysis for September 30th, the monthly expiry Thursday 2021 tomorrow. So the market closed today. After all that closed green and support, everything seems to be well. Let's look at is it really well or not. Right. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends so that everyone benefits. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Let's get into the analysis based on these parameters on the left side on the charts that we see. We'll do an additional opportunity analysis and institutional participation, and then commodities and global markets, and then wrap up some actionables. Right. So normally we have slides with charts in the next coming slides, but this is just a summary of the price action. So it was a spinning top inside bar, right? That you can see spinning top inside bar, and the Nifty lost 0.2%. Very little bit of loss happened, but it closed green. And the same thing repeats in the bank Nifty also. The spinning top inside candle, it lost 0.5%, still closing green. We'll look at that in the slides next. Okay, so basically Nifty took a support. So this is what, right? Spinning top on the left Nifty, spinning top right on the bank Nifty, right? And we can see that it took the support of the previous resistance, right? This is the previous resistance zone, so it can bounce from here. It already did one bounce. It goes below yesterday's candle because it was a hammer, but it's still close at all, support zone. So it can, there's still chance that the change in polarity can happen because inside the resistance zone, previous resistance zone is acting as support. Same bank Nifty also. And intraday, if you see, you can see that it is on V-shaped move, another V-shaped move, right? Gap down, then started right up, then again started half of another V. Bank Nifty on the right side, gap down, moved up V, then attempted half of another inverted V. So it's choppiness, 19.5 is the kind of weeks, India weeks that we had. So that's quite natural. Support resistances, if you see, you can see that the first resistance support is 79.50 and then 18,000, which is a rounding number, and above that is 18,250 is the Fibonacci projection level and downside. Each at the support zone at 17,575 to 17,650, and if that breaks, you have 17,350 to 450 that level, and if it breaks, you have 17,250 to 17,300, and then if that also breaks, you have a natural retracement level of 17,000 to 17,150 kind of levels. That's for the Nifty on the left side. What about the several resistance on the Bank Nifty upside? You can see that the resistance supports. It's an all-time high. It's 38,200 Fibonacci projection extension, and it is at the first resistance before that would be 37,900 to 38,100, right? So this is one of the first support. Then above you have the Fibonacci extension is 38,200. Downside is currently the support of previous resistance. This is 37,700, and if that could not right above that support, that rests support zones, and it falls back to previous swing low, which is 36,900 and 37,200. That splits goes to 36,300 to 36,500, and then if that breaks 35,600 to 35,900. So this is a 36,000 Fibonacci 23 retracement zones, and this is near to the 37,000, and then this is near to 37,500 levels, and then about 37,700. So that's how it is. So supports are there plenty, which are all previous swing lows, and the resistance, the first one will be the previous high, the previous resistance that you see immediately 37,900, and then if that goes, then you have all-time high break, right? So that's Bank Nifty and Nifty support resistance. Momentum levels, if you see, you still have a valid divergence. Very few bars are there. It can be powerful, so it can bounce back in the Nifty. That's what it shows. Momentum, if you see, this bullishness intact. Bullishness intact right on the Bank Nifty also, but there is no momentum divergence seen in the Bank Nifty. But yeah, it's a change in polarity from the 23 from this previous from this previous resistance which is acting as support zone, from this previous resistance which is acting as support zone, bank Nifty also with the divergence. So there is a chance of move. Yeah, but it's unconfirmed. Only so it has started with that. It has started moving up. It is most likely you can see that it is not going down. Right? So there's a move up. Right, basically, so it's unconfirmed, but yeah, that's still there. Now, trend indicators are showing that it is all bullishness as of now on both indices left. Right, this is the DMI positive, this is the DMI positive, but you see that the strength is dipping down. That means strength of the indicators of the ADX. So the strength of the trend is slowly slowing down, and also the DMI also crossover can happen further force from here. Right, strength is not rising. It's not rising. Right. This is I've written this is wrong. This is not rising. This just ignore the write-ups here, but it's clear that the trend is going towards bullish both on Nifty and Bank Nifty, going towards a crossover which may happen if it further. Otherwise, it can move up. But strength is dipping. Strength is dipping. Trend is still bullish. VIX. What a VIX move it is, like another nearly 2% of move today. But hit 19.5 and settled at 18.8 levels, right? So that's a 60% 3 months, and then it's an incredible volatility moves that happen. So the market is moving up, and the fear index is also moving up, right? So implied volatility is 18. As of now, the implied volatility percentile IVP is 43. It's improving. Remember, it is 3-4 levels, when the VIX was at 10. So the IVP is going above 70. That level is going to be good for the option sellers, right? Openness data. You can see the charts on the left Nifty, right is Bank Nifty. Left Nifty is 17,000 is where the high support for trading is. 17,600 after that. Highest resistance is going to be 18,000, and after that 17,900 tomorrow is next. Remember that put call ratio is not great, 0.8. The short period update today on the future step open interest Bank Nifty 37,500. That's where the support is on. 37,000 also has got decent supports put writings, right? So the support is 38,000, and then the 39,000. So call ratio is close to the bullishness, 0.89 into the short build up. So that's open interest. Let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a monthly expiry, and so it looks like there is a lot of resistance that is built on Nifty, and support seems to be strong at these levels of 600. So it may not go below 20,600 or 20,500. It's what 77,600 may hold as support, and it may not go beyond these 8, because there is resistance. It can go up to maximum 7,900 if it goes upside. Downside, it may hold 7,500 or 7,600 levels for sure. That's what open interest rate is showing, right? So if you look at the sectoral performance in IT, it bounced back from the support. We talked about that yesterday, that there is a chance that there can previous support, previous resistance can actually support and can bounce from there. It happens. It could be Fibonacci retracement support levels in the bounce and close green, but the very small, right? But it stopped the 3 days of continuous bearishness. That moved 7.5% of down. What happened because of that? So I was following a momentum reduction, but yeah, so it has stopped and the bounce close green, which is good, but very small move, right? But the momentum was still, it slipped, and we had to wait for that to come back in order to get into any stocks for the IT on a momentum trading basis, right? So metal moved up surprisingly, and then but the momentum is still sideways, so we can't touch that. Auto sector gave up again 0.5%, right? Right. So yeah, so then it was working. It's giving up really small. It's just trying to move further upwards towards about W breakout, right? So the moment it breaks out from the W pattern, resistance zones, probably you can look at that. Pharma, it moved up 1.5%, but some up moves there, but momentum is very dull. So ignore pharma, metal, auto, until we clearly get the momentum and the resistances out of the picture. FMCG gave up at the slip to the sideways momentum. It little gave up, but it has been correcting continuously for six days and slipped the momentum also. So let's wait for it to catch up again before it could move up. But the indicators are not showing them, then ignore it. Just like any other sectors. IT also sideways, a little bit. Reality is only stock as of now which is clearly bullish, right? It moved up 1% today after a small retracement previously, and there is a covenant. So reality is only sector that we can say bullish as of now. This is worrying. Sectors don't have enough momentum. So almost all the sectors, right, including IT, has lost the momentum. Right? That's something that we have to be cautious about. Institutional data. Yesterday, the Fyers sold, previous day Fyers sold. So Fyers has been selling 3 of the days of the last 5 days, trading days. We see right now today's data has not come up. It's not come. So let's get back, and then so most likely, it would have been not big selling at the Fyers mostly, right? There was having some selling, but not. So who did the selling? Is the DI or the FI? We do not know, right? But some selling did happen in the market fall down morning, but some buying also happened contra. So who did that? We'll come to know after they will publish that, right? So today's data is not published. So now you look at the US dollar. On the right side, you have the US dollar, USD, US dollar index. You can see that it has broken out of the previous resistance zone. This is not good for our economy, not good for rupee, but the dollar is breaking out from a major resistance which it failed two times earlier, right? 2 times earlier it has failed, and now it is clearly broken out of that. So if USD INR need not necessarily always follow it, but seems like the rupee is weakening and dollar is heading up and up. There is resistance here, so there can be some RBI intervention or something can happen that can resist it to go beyond the 70, this channel top, right? So 75.5 maybe the channel, maybe the 75, maybe the highest level 75 levels, and downside the channel support is also there from where it bounced back. So rupee is weakening and then dollar is strengthening again. So crude oil, you can see that it was at a big resistance zone, and it hit that and slightly fallen from there, but it's closed green today also. So it hit the 76 levels for crude oil barrel, which is not good, but at least some dip is happening in the resistance zone. So hopefully it may come out as good for us. Gold, you can see that it is the dollar is strengthening, so gold is dipping, right? But it fall down to the previous major support zones, and then looks like it is heading south, where it can find another support region. So, but today it was green, all the bearish pressures at the top. US market as of now, you can see it's green, right? We'll have to check for the pre-market tomorrow morning on how it performs. Yeah, only then we'll get a good picture on how the global markets. But as of now, it's slightly green on the US market, but except that Dow Jones is big damn down. So we'll have to check this Dow Jones whether it is seriously down tomorrow also, whether it sustains to that, right? And whether this green remains there or that also remains flattish or not. We'll have to check that. No actionables. So the actionables, Tata Chemicals seems to be doing some kind of box pattern, consolidation, then breaking out or breaking up. It's very trending, you can see that. So this seems to be a flag pattern also, fall and flag, plus a box breakout, which happened 2 days back. So this may be something that you can work on. Moment is good bullish, right side you have Tata Power, it's another Tata stock, so that is also trending big, and it's in a well trend line channel, right? So it can be a positional play also. Power sector, something is happening that's why a lot of momentum trading opportunities arrive in NTPC or Power Grid and all of these stocks. Something is happening in the news, which I'm not sure, but charts are saying that it's bullish. All power stocks are bullish. Now, to wrap up, my verdict view is mildly bullish but cautiously. The reason why I am cautious is because market had not had any major corrections decent enough for long. It is vertical move. There can be a fall that we have to be cautious about as a trader. FIs are selling mode last few days, dangerous. We need to see what they sold today. Yesterday it was big selling. And VIX has dropped 40% last 15 days. From September 15th till now, 40% of VIX has happened short up. So the fear factor is growing up and the market is growing up. So this is something that we have to be very cautious. Any time this VIX can fall off. Any time it can, it will be very choppy, right? Whenever the VIX is at high level, it will be choppy. So the fact that it is, yeah. So that is another reason. Now monthly expiry often could be violent, so you have to be careful on that. But why I am bullish is because it is at a support. It's not ready to be. Every dip is being bought, right? There is a reverse divergence that can move the market once again. It's at a support zone. There is a changing polarity that can work on both the devices. It is support zone, right? And the moment it is still bullish. Dips are getting bought, so that's the reason why I am mildly bullish. Why I am cautious, I already mentioned. So volatility is in new range. This is something that is generally that I'm putting last video. So V-shape moves are there every single day. Is there? Openness will be there. Just need to get accustomed to that option buyers. Option sellers, should we find swing trades attractive? Now that the premiums are up, right? So ratio splits and annual lines should work, as I have been telling the last few days. So it's an expiry day monthly. Have to be cautious, right? Play safe, and hope this gives you an overview on what happens and what is happening last 7 days, and how you can plan your risk appetite and your trade plan accordingly. You have to play, right? So hope this helps. If it helps, hit the like button and then share to friends also, that they benefit. Thanks for watching, and then happy trading and happy learning.